Hey everyone, Andang here on the beta server taking a look at the Mordor expansion. It is finally here for us to preview, and in front of us is the Forges of ANGLACH, which is one of the two fortresses within Udûn, which is the first area that you see within the Mordor expansion. And you come in the top left through the black gate up here, and you can make your way on throughout the zone. And as you can see, there's a fortress up here, which are the Forges of ANGLACH, and then there's another fortress down here, which is Durthang. And so two fortresses in between a sea of just forges and industrialism that is going on in the center here. This center area feels like Isengard, essentially, and then these two fortresses both kind of feel like different flavors of Dol Guldur. So it's just that evil area type of place that is just covering the fields of Udûn here. And let's just look at this fortress. It's pretty amazing. It looks like what seems to be almost Balrog type beings that are here. It's just kind of crazy how cool this is. And they're kind of just guarding the way here. And I mean, this place is huge. The scale is just amazing. Look how tiny my character is in comparison with this huge fortress. It's another just giant place within LOTRO, and it's really, really cool. And this place is pretty massive. There's actually a whole interior that feels a lot like the inside of Isengard. And you can see just nice forges of lava coming out onto either side. And let's go ahead and take a quick look inside. Alright, here we are inside ANGLACH, and as you can see, there's not too much to look at. There are enemies and spiders and stuff throughout here as they have kind of started to take over this place. And it's just a pretty cool little area with a bunch of just overrun things. As you can see, some stuff is still placeholder, as it does say to be determined there. And so not everything in here is final. But it seems like your typical interior of a fortress, and keep in mind this is all potentially subject to change. One cool thing about this room is that you can see there's these giant battering rams here that seem to be actually constructed in this room, which is pretty cool. At the very least, they're being stored here, and you can see there's trolls and all sorts of stuff inside this place. As players continue to fight their way down through this fortress, they'll eventually make their way down to this cool little lava area deep underneath this forge fortress. And it's just a cool little area. I'm assuming that they're going to do more with it in later versions of the beta and eventually with release. But for now, it's just this nice, cool, quaint area. Alright, and we're now outside the tower and in the valley here, and as you can see, it is just filled with forges and all sorts of other industrial type stuff just all throughout here. And it just keeps going on, and this whole place is filled with enemies all throughout, and it's everything I anticipated Mordor would be, where it's just filled with tons and tons of enemies and forges and everything that has come in places like Isengard and Dol Guldur and all that type of stuff that we're used to. And so it's a pretty cool little area for being an evil place. Alright, now let's go finish out the zone by taking a look at the tower across the way here. Alright, here we are right outside of Durthang, and to give you a sense of scale, that is an orc NPC. There's a normal sized door, a much larger door, and a gigantic tower. This tower is huge. I can't believe how big this fortress really is, and it just keeps going on from side to side. And once again, you can actually go inside this building, so let's go do just that. Alright, and here we are inside of Durthang, and as you can see, there are much more enemies inside this place, and it is not welcoming at all, but does have more interesting architecture, in my opinion, than the other place, and it's pretty cool. There's lots and lots of enemies all throughout. And inside this room, look at those windows and just the general architecture. This place is really cool. And as we continue to go down, we can see that there's actually like vaults of Mordor down here and all sorts of just gold and plunder from all of the different things Mordor has been doing. It is pretty amazing that this is just where all of the treasures of Sauron seem to be stored. And once you go through this entire fortress and get to the very top, there are some really cool just areas, and once again the awesome stained glass windows and everything. But as you can see, this tower is huge. They are really focusing on making large dungeons here in Udûn, and it seems fantastic. I'm really excited to get to play this once it actually comes out, when Mordor finally releases. Alright, here we are at the other end of Udûn. As you can see, there is Izamouth here, which is basically the second wall of Mordor, which bars off entry into the rest of Mordor. And it is a pretty defensible area, and has been basically destroyed here for some reason. We don't exactly know why, but probably something to do with the fall of Sauron. And so, pretty cool little area, and I think that this is a good place to end off. Alright, be sure to let me know in the comments down below what you think of this area. Thank you everyone so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, and I will see you again real soon for more of Mordor.